world's smallest picnic table available that we could find. I literally feel like a giant sitting here right now. It's really freaking me out. But sitting with me is Ali Swiatskowski from Forte, my co-worker. Ali, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Greetings. Kevin, thank you for having me on Coffee with Kev.
My pleasure.
My name is Ali. I have been with Forte for 3 years this month, actually. Just had my anniversary. I am the Director of Business Development.
And what's your go-to coffee here? What did you order?
Well, today actually, I ordered a latte.
Are you not aware that I get farty and bloated with a foamy latte?
Normally I'm a regular coffee girl. Decided to be fancy with a latte. And I also like to say that I put coffee in my sugar. I like it sweet.
Yeah, it was funny. We got up to order our coffee. I'm totally gonna make fun of you right now. And she's like, I don't really know what half of this board says right here. I'll have a latte. And I was like literally coffee and cream. And you were like, well, I'll put sugar in it.
Yep.
You said you've been here for 3 years. Where did you come from before that? And why this industry?
We're gonna go back about 2 jobs. So there was a period of time where I was an independent marketing consultant. So I had a couple different clients, one of which I started out doing work for an electronic restoration company in this industry. They hired me and I worked for Phoenix Equipment Restoration for about 3 years. I then went over to the dark side. I went over to workers' comp for about 5 years.
Why is that the dark side?
I just joke and say that because people, whenever I say workers' comp, people say, oh. I very much missed the people on the property side, you know, on the side of insurance. So our boss and the president of Forte, Janelle, actually lured me back to this side of the industry.
So today I have laid down the gauntlet and challenged Ali to a mini golf competition. How do you feel you're going to fare? Make a prediction up front about how you think you'll fare against me in a mini golf tournament.
About how badly I'm going to beat you?
Mm-hmm. Up until Charles, I had never lost an arm wrestling match ever in my life. But I have truly, in at least 5 years, playing my 5, 13, and 11-year-old, never lost a mini golf comp in 3 years. So I'm gonna call at least 4-stroke victory for me.
I'm going to claim 6 for myself.
Okay. I think I thought up a good idea for a friendly wager.
Alrighty.
Whoever loses has to go five things from a dollar store for the winner.
I like
5
it.
things from the dollar store for the winner. It could be anything from the dollar store. After 1 hole, we are tied. By the way, that was a par 2, and we did it in 4 strokes, so things aren't looking very great right now. So a question, something that people don't realize is that in our text chain, me, you, and Janelle, quite often you bring up Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Who is somebody that you actually do look up to? And maybe it is Tony, old banana fingers himself, Tony Robbins. But
good question.
Who is somebody you look up to?
I will go with Tony Robbins.
Okay. Okay.
And more so than just him as a specific individual, I do enjoy books and audiobooks pertaining to motivation, self-improvement. You know, I try to be a very positive person, and I find that feeding yourself positive content helps maintain that mindset.
That makes sense. I like it. Would you rather be famous for being a professional singer or professional actress?
Singer.
Singer? That came out quick.
I love karaoke. I actually took online vocal lessons during the pandemic. You might not know if you didn't hear me before, but I love karaoke. I love singing, the energy. It's fun. I think I would enjoy performing too on stage.
Other than working with awesome coworkers like myself, what is your favorite aspect of your job?
The number one is the people, for sure. I really love the people at our company, people in the industry. Other than that, something that I actually really enjoy is that I have the ability to merge my passion outside of work with my job, which is animal rescue.
Okay.
I'm on the board of directors for an organization called Philadelphiables.
By the way, she's ruining a future question right now, but continue, it's fine, it's all part of the thing.
There are a lot of fellow animal lovers in the industry, so it's a nice thing to bond based on. We just had the Philadelphia's annual golf outing. We had a lot of industry folks come out. I have people reach out to me with questions about rescuing or asking my help finding a specific type of dog to rescue. So I think I'd have to say, yeah.
The merging of your passion with your work, that's cool.
And having an employer that's supportive of my passion outside of work.
We're gonna call this the dedication hole. You have to dedicate it to one coworker at Forte. Who do you want to dedicate it to?
All right. I'm going to dedicate this one to Glenn.
Okay, I like that. That's a good one.
Golf clubs in his office.
I am dedicating this particular hole to the one and only Sherry Harris. All right, and it's now the part everybody waits for, Ask the Asker, where Ali gets to ask me any question she wants. Go.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
Or anything?
Anything.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is a hard question because, I mean, I'm pretty awesome, you know? But anything about myself, okay, I know the answer to this. I would want to have more focus. So I am an amazingly distracted person. I'm the poster boy for ADD. And I wish that I had more focus when I was at school. I wish I had more focus when I was in college. And even now, I'm constantly looking for ways to get more focus in my day. I have to eliminate distractions at all time. I mean, she's been on the phone with me, we're having a meeting, and meanwhile I'm trying to order something online for no reason at all. Just have the meeting, just focus.
Your answer gives me a follow-up question.
Okay.
Could you not also look at your ADD, or we could, call it something other than lack of focus, as potentially a strength? Because would you still have all the ideas and maybe all that brain activity is part of what makes you, who you are? And
I have no regrets because I believe everything that's happened to me and how I am has got me to where I am.
For the final part of this question.
Oh gosh, okay. Three-parter.
Well, no. So I asked you what would you change about you. So in preparation for this, I prepared a list of things I would change about you.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Okay. I was ready. How did you just do that? You gotta be kidding me. All right, so obviously, Forte, we're in forensic engineering. Since you've been on 3 years, what is your favorite assignment that you've gotten to date?
It wasn't per se the most exciting, but I'd say the most interesting because this was very early on when I first started. I went out to the site. It was a fire site. I went out with Mike Daly. It was a fire at a dry cleaner. And, Mike talked me through the process, explained to me all the different parties that were present. He's a very interesting, very knowledgeable person. So I'd say that was very impactful for me as far as learning about what we do, and that memory really stands out in my mind.
That's another 2 for me and a 3 for you. I'm running away. Do you think there's a difference between marketing and sales? I think I'm up on this one, right?
Correct.
Do you think there's a difference between marketing and sales? What do you roughly think it is? And maybe what do you prefer?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a difference between marketing and sales. Marketing is more of a mass approach, and it requires multiple channels of reaching the masses, although still, in a targeted way. Whereas sales is even more targeted. A lot of times, you're dealing with individuals. And marketing is a little bit more of a pull strategy versus, sales where you're, again, it's much more of a direct contact. I like them both for different reasons. I don't know that I could pick one over the other. I like marketing for the opportunity to be creative, seeing what works.
Right. And marketing is very metrics driven.
Some of the things don't work out, but you can learn. You learn from it. But I guess as far as sales, I really enjoy the relationship, the genuine parts of it, I guess.
Fair enough. All right, here we are. We're finishing up the 14th hole. Ali's been talking for a while about a topic I asked her a question on, and I forgot to hit record. The question that I proposed to Ali was, what would she like to see more in our industry?
More social interaction from the younger folks, the younger demographic in our industry. All age groups, we've grown very accustomed to a digital world, digital ways of doing everything, which is great. It's great for it's efficient. However, there's no replacement for in-person networking and meetings, and I think it might be undervalued. It's, you know, and of course it doesn't help having had this pandemic. You know, probably a lot of people feel a little anxious about getting back out there, but I think it's really important for mental health, even just to get out there, have actual relationships beyond just your coworkers. You know, and this is what also helps our industry thrive. You know, getting out there, meeting people, forming these relationships. I'd love to, you know, and I'll relate this back to the Philadelphia Loss Conference. You know, one of our goals is to figure out how to get more young folks out to attend our events.
Cut! Come on, keep going! Now! For those watching, we've had to switch over to using the cell phone camera here because the actual camera battery died. We have decided that we're gonna go down this slide. I'm gonna film you going in and down, and then, okay, I'll take it in with me. Head first. It sounds like, did you get stuck?
What I didn't tell Kevin is that there's a puddle at the bottom of the slide that's going to land in. Surprise!
All right, so here we are at the 19th hole. Super creepy, but cheers, Ali, to a good game.
Cheers.
For those wondering, I beat Ali by 8 strokes, completely annihilated her.
When did you add this up?
I added it up on my phone while you were taking care of that. Okay, I'll let you do it. I'll put it off camera and put a correction up.
Kevin lost the pencil twice, so he started keeping score on his phone, so take it with a grain of salt.
So anyway, she has to now go to the dollar store and get 5 things for me. Any 5 things, and I will, well, post side of this, I will open up all 5 of those on camera and we'll post them to our YouTube channel.
I like that.
But otherwise, thank you, Ali, very much for doing a coffee with Kev. Even though you thought you were the backup, the B person, you were not the B person. You were on the list. It's just the person who this month dropped out. But anyway, remember, if you're in the industry, you're not safe. I'm coming for you. You're going to be on a coffee with Kev. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.